Hey, you guys, this is the Yarn Hellions podcast. It's episode 11. Today, we're going to be talking about our favorite Instagram accounts so you can refresh your feed. I'm Christine Parker of Christine Parker Co. I'm a knitting and crochet designer and digital artist. And my cohort is Sarah Flynn of Superfine Yarn Co. She's a yarn dyer, an indie dyer, and a librarian in her real life. If you are jamming on the content that we're putting out, we would love it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's a button somewhere down there that you can tap and subscribe so you don't miss our episodes. And as always, comment and like and share with your friends. That always helps us out. And we have a fun episode for you today. We're excited to talk about Instagram because that's our favorite social media of choice. So, but first, shall we catch up?
Yeah.
Do you have any news, any stuff you want to talk
about? I am going to be on Fox 8. They're taping it Friday, but I'm not sure if it's Friday or I think it's like after. So
exciting.
So excited, so nervous. So they had contacted the Hildebrand, I think. So I know Billy is going before me, Billy Ritter, the ceramic artist that I talked about before. So he's right next door. And then they're coming here to film me. So it'll be fine. I luckily I've done enough live shows this year that I'm better on camera. I would have had a real meltdown about a year ago. And I did 2 short spots for the library before over Zoom for like book recommendations. So have to.
Oh, that's so exciting. So it's Fox 8. That's a Cleveland station.
Yep. And New Day. It'll be like the morning show, New Day.
Cool. Oh, it's so fun. Do you know what you're going to talk about yet?
Yeah, I mean, I cleaned up the studio and have it I'm going to have like a little dye thing set up like I'm dyeing. I have some stuff drying from this weekend, and then my little wall of finished stuff, I tidied up so it looks nice. So yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming, people don't know much about knitting or dyeing or anything. So I think it'll just be kind of like basic stuff. How I start and how do you do this and what do you do with it when you have it dyed. So I don't know. I'm just gonna have lots of little. I'm gonna have like shawls and stuff laid around, so they could ask about those. But
show them the Hildebrand cowl.
I have it right here.
Oh, yay!
It's ready.
Cool. Ah, that's so exciting. I'm excited for you.
Yeah. So that's the big news.
Cool. I don't really have any news. I mean, so you got your first vaccine, right?
Yep.
I got mine a couple weeks ago. I have my next one next week. So then I was like calculating out, I will be fully vaxxed by May 8th. So
how long is it after your second one where
they say 2 weeks after your second shot, you're considered fully vaccinated.
Oh, good.
So yeah. And then, so I think we'll have 2 more episodes that we'll need to do over Zoom. And then I think episode 13 we'll be able to do in person.
That'll be great.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Speaking of new episodes, so next time is episode 12 will air on May 7th. That's going to be our favorite thriller books. We're going to just talk about our favorite books in a specific genre for you.
Already
putting
mine together. It's hard to narrow it down.
And then May 21st, that's a Friday, that'll be episode 13. We're going to talk about awesome patterns for beginner knitters. Or just like super simple stuff. I mean, you don't have to be a beginner. Like I love doing the simple, super easy stuff that, if you're a more advanced knitter, it's just kind of nice to have something mindless to work on. And then Friday, June 1st is episode 14. And that's going to be, we're going to recap the Great Lakes Fiber Show. So we'll have lots of stuff to talk about, vendors, and we'll show you some sheep. I'm excited to go somewhere in public, and B, like, it'll be really interesting to see how they handle like social distancing and stuff.
I think, and they're in a good spot too, because it's not like inside, like
right,
like barns and the big like doors on each side. I mean, any year it's like this, the doors are kind of open. So I'm assuming there'll be more room between us, but it's never like a show where you're like, oh, I'm crammed in here.
Yeah.
So it should be fine. There's at least, I'm trying to think, the years I've gotten, there's been at least like 5 barns of vendors.
Oh yeah.
And then all the farm stuff too. So there's lots of outdoor, like all the, you know, like the food truck and stuff, like that's all outdoor. So I think it should be pretty safe.
I think so too.
And we're gonna have pins.
Yeah, I got yesterday I ordered little 1-inch like pin back buttons, Yarn Hellions pin buttons. So we'll have those to hand out at the show. So if you're in the Northeast Ohio area, that's the Great Lakes Fiber Show is Memorial Day weekend in Wooster, Ohio. I believe is it the Geauga County Fairgrounds? No.
It's not. Geauga's farther north. I don't know the name of this one.
Okay. Well, it's in Wooster, Ohio. If you Google Great Lakes Fiber Show, well, I'll put the link below, but yeah, it's in Wooster, Ohio. That's south of Cleveland.
Yeah, tons of vendors. It's
a fun,
really good show.
Yeah, it's a good show. So yeah, we'll talk about that on June 1st. I don't know. I mulched my flower beds last weekend. Like, that's my big news.
And you got chairs.
I did. I got new chairs. We, back in January, with one of our stimulus checks, we ordered chairs from Joybird Furniture. And they just came this past weekend. And they look really nice, and I'm really excited. It's nice to have nice grown-up furniture, because most of our stuff is like, we have like our nice sofa, which is also Joybird. And now we have 2 chairs that are nice. Hey, don't dig in that. I'm filming. Bindi is digging in a blanket. Hey, don't do that. The chairs. Oh, and like everything else is secondhand. Like, you know, like my dresser is my dresser from childhood, and like, you know, hand-me-down stuff or stuff that we got on Craigslist or whatever. So yeah, we're slowly building up our like new quality furniture. So that's fun. Oh, Sarah, you made a note that somebody commented about the cork last episode.
Yes. So Macchiato Jen, who has also been my magic loop helper, she said cork is a renewable resource.
Woohoo!
Hey.
So those they were bags from, I can't remember. I'll put the link. No, don't bark. The guy, oh my God. The guy across the street, how dare he? He's mowing his lawn. Hey, hold on. Okay.
It's rude.
Pause. Hey. I'm doing a podcast. You get over here right now. Get up here. Oh, you're so bad. Oh. Get back on the couch. Here's my troublemaker.
Hi, Mandy. Her face is like.
I don't know who that guy thinks he is mowing his lawn in the morning on a Tuesday. What were you talking about? Oh yeah, cork.
Yeah, so
that's good. Renewable.
I didn't know much about cork or growing cork or how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that they're like starting to make floors out of it, like soft flooring, I guess.
Ooh.
Well,
then I forgot I had some other notes too. Christina K told us about Naughty Knitting Sacks, which are knitting bags, and we'll put the Etsy link in there. They have like linings that are hilarious. So they're either like like little cartoon dicks or like, I mean, they're so funny.
That's hilarious.
So, like, you can carry it around and it, you know, it just has a regular fabric on the outside, but then the insides are all like naughty.
Oh, that is delightful.
I mean, I just was dying. So that's hilarious. I've never seen them.
I'll have to check that out. That's like right up my alley.
So, and then we got really good snacks for dinner comments. So I am very impressed. So lots for cereal, buffalo dip and Fritos, which I love buffalo dip and never thought about Fritos. So that's genius. Cake and brownies, popcorn French fries. Okay. I asked them, I don't know if they replied yet. I asked them where they got these this Brazilian cheesy bread Brazzy bites. So it makes it sound like it's like a brand. So I was like, where did you get these? Because Bamba is a Mexican restaurant on the west side, and they have Brazilian cheesy bite as an appetizer in there.
Oh.
I don't know how you buy them and make them at home, so I want to know. Triscuits cheese, like a little cheese tray, like pepperoni, cheese, Triscuits, and wine was one. That was a good one. And then chicken bites and loaded potato skins.
Oh my God, loaded potato skins.
I know. I was like, that's up my alley. That has like hits all the points right there.
Carbs, cheese, bacon,
sour cream, scallions.
Oh my gosh. That's what I want for dinner tonight.
Oh my gosh. So thanks for all of those comments.
Oh, I can't remember if I know I said this before the episode, but I don't know if I said it in the episode when we started recording, but I found out that all of our episodes have captions, you guys. They've got subtitles, which was like super important to me. I've been talking about it since we started recording the podcast. I'm like, oh my God, we got to start putting captions on there to be like accessible for our deaf and is it hearing impaired or hard of hearing? I can't remember. I'm so sorry. But our friends with hearing issues, I really wanted to make sure we're accessible to them because I mean, I personally love to watch anything with captions. So like just regular TV or whatever, like I like to just have subtitles on. So this week I was filming a tutorial for myself for the retro whirl hat pattern and like fiddling with YouTube settings, trying to figure out how to add captions to the video. And it like, if you specify the video language, it'll just like transcribe it automatically. And it's not perfect. So like I might go back and fix some of the stuff like for retro whirl, it kept putting retro world, which like close, but no banana. So I had to fix that. But yeah, so our episodes are captioned. You just on YouTube, there's like a little somewhere down in the corner, there's like a CC button that you can tap on, and it'll let you select the language for the captions. And so they're there. You can read our beautiful thoughts with your eyes instead of
your eyes.
So that was very exciting. I was stoked about that because I like love that it's automatic and I don't have to type every word. I was gonna do it, but automatic is better. Do you have the lip balm?
I do. I remember this week.
Good.
So this morning I'm like, do not forget this for a second episode. But this is Be-Central, and this is probably my like 8th, 10th order from them. I go through this stuff. I've given up I was a Burt's Bees kind of girl, and I mean, and I like they're local here, but yeah, I have totally converted to Be-Central, and I like now I get these little 5-packs. At first, like I think I tried like hand lotion and like would get like 1 at a time, and now I'm like, no, I need 5. So you can pick your like what you want for your 5-packs. You can try a little bit of everything. So now I get like 2 of the ones I really like. Clove I don't know why I love the scent of clove.
Oh.
So this is cinnamon and clove. And I think it's their Christmas scent, but now I think they have it all year now, but I really love that one. Rose and mint. It's really like not like overpowering rose, but really, really nice. Lemon lavender. There's no fragrance. If you like that. So, and then there's a mint one that I really love. They have a lot of different ones, but so I like supporting them. And if you need, I have one everywhere beside the couch, in the car, in the purse. So
that's how I have Burt's Bees, because that's my favorite. So is this like similar? Should I?
It is. You should give them a try.
Okay, cool.
I actually, the only reason I found them is I was driving on 480 and I saw their like they have like a little sign on the side of a warehouse. I was like, what is this? I need to find out. So that was a few years ago, and I've been a convert ever since. So they also have like foaming hand soap, lotions, maybe body scrubs too, but this is my go-to.
And they are called
Essential.
Essential.
So I put the links in there already, so we'll add
cool. Nice.
Yeah.
I want to try that. Yeah, because like I don't know. I love Burt's Bees, but it would be awesome to use somebody local.
Yeah.
So last episode giveaway was the rainbow stitch mask. And I believe it was Lisa H.
Yeah, Lisa H. Yeah.
Lisa, if you're here, if you're listening, I tried to contact you on YouTube. I haven't heard back. So get at us.
Maybe we'll give it till like after the weekend, maybe if she sees this episode, and then we'll pick another winner. I've had to do that before. I think people, just YouTube, you're not on as much as other medias. So if you comment, make sure you kind of check in the next week or two to see if you won. Yeah. Because the same thing happened to me, and I've done it, I think once or twice. I've had to pick, like after I didn't hear, I picked a new person, and then just so
we want to give you your prizes.
I know. And I picked the winner for the Laughing Cat skein.
Was that the one with the stitch markers? No. Sorry. No. I'm thinking of like 2 episodes ago.
That's okay. And it actually might have. I left it over there. So it's the winner's Lori Lou 327.
Lori Lou.
And Lori Lou, who has a crochet podcast. Lori Lulu crochet podcast. And I met her at Stitches in 2019, and she stopped at my booth and we talked for a while. So yeah, any crocheters, check her podcast out. So I'll send her a message. And then I have a spur of the moment giveaway for this episode, because I saw this, I was like, oh, so cute. And there's a new yarn shop in Ohio that I want to support. Candace, if you're familiar with Mary in Ohio, even if you're not, she just opened the Stitch and Skein. So on social media, it's at the Stitch and Skein. We'll put it down below. And she also has an online shop that she started at the same time. So I kind of messaged with her, and she's going to get some yarn coming up. So I wanted to support her new shop too. So she had these adorable cross stitch kits. So I went and got this. I got some other yarn from her shop. So go check her out. And
wait, what does that say?
It says it's I donut care.
Oh, duh.
I know, it's hard
I'm
to see.
like 10 care. I don't get it.
10 care.
I don't care. I love that.
Yeah. So super cute. I just like thought this was like the perfect size, and a little quick, like to get all the
cute
with all the little stuff in it. So super adorable.
That's fun. So that'll be our giveaway for today. I thought our question could be like, because we're going to talk about our favorite Instagram accounts. Tell us your favorite folks to follow. Who do you love following on Instagram? Because heaven knows I need more people to follow. No. So comment your favorite Instagrammers below on today's episode, and you have a chance to win the 10 care
10 care
cross stitch. Oh, cool. That's so awesome. Where is Marion, Ohio?
I don't exactly know. I know I played tennis in high school. I remember we went to Marion, so it's somewhere north central Ohio. So, but I don't know exactly.
Okay, I'm sure our friends will tell us.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to talk about Instagrammers?
I do. So I kind of went across a few different types of Instagrammers just to spread it out. And all of these will be in the notes, so you don't have to worry about it now. But Gemma Coral, do you know her? She's oh my gosh, a cartoonist, but they're just adorable. They're just about like everyday life and just like things that are just like impossible. Like it'll just be like her like laying on the ground, just like I can't just about like pandemic stuff and you know just how hard it is to like face like being an adult, and just really really great. Every single cartoon is perfect and hilarious. Teal Torch Knits, who's a dyer, Christina, she's on the West Coast, and I met her at Vogue Knitting Live in Columbus. She has a gorgeous Instagram grid. If you go back a few, well, you'll see all her pictures are gorgeous, but she does these where she'll have like almost like a gradient of like super bright colors, but she'll have the skein behind it, so it's like lined up, and then the twisted skein is on top of it, and she'll have it across like the whole picture. They're really really beautiful.
Fun.
So I just am like in awe of her photography skills. So on top of being able to dye, you have to make it look good, which is a whole other thing in itself.
It's a whole nother skill set.
It is. It's like, yeah. So the Tiny Chef Show, this is up there. This makes me laugh every day. It is this little guy, he's a little puppet, and he's about this big, and he has a little set, like a little cooking set, like that's in like a little tree trunk, and he doesn't really talk. He kind of like, it's kind of gibberish, but you can like make out what he's saying, and he'll like sing and make little apple pies, and it's so cute. It makes my head explode. So if you have not tried Tiny Chef, please give him a try. He's like a little green and fuzzy, like a little Muppet, but like try him.
World needs more tiny guys making pie in tree trunks.
I mean, come on.
So cute.
It's like it there's not a time where I don't stop and just watch his little videos.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. TL Yarn Crafts. Her name's Tony. She's a huge crochet designer in Columbus. She has a huge following, and just she's so talented. And same thing, gorgeous feed. Just scroll back every one of her designs. I don't know how she does it. She comes out with a design like all the time. They're all stunning. So just check out her feed.
She has the little dog, right? Or is it two dogs? Is that who I'm?
No, I think that's someone else.
Is that somebody else?
Does she do the matching sweaters with the dog?
I think so. Yeah.
She may have a dog. I'm thinking of another lady that does like the colorwork sweaters, and she holds the dog up and it has a matching one. I think that's somebody else.
It is.
Have little dogs though.
Nope, you're right. I'm thinking of something else. Oh wow, her feed is really pretty. TL Yarn Crafts.
So pretty. And you know, if you do this like we do, it's really hard to keep up, you know, keep thinking of new pictures and keep, you know, like the lighting in hers is like, they're all so bright and enticing and gorgeous. And she has like a nice, like, oh yeah, she's
Look
great.
at the border on that.
Like close-up shots, shots of her, shots of patterns. Like it's a definite skill to get like the feed looking as gorgeous as she makes it look. Another cutesy, silly one is Tuna Melts My Heart, which is this rescue dog, and he has this kind of like unfortunate like overbite, so his bottom chin is like back in, and he's got this funny overbite, so his teeth kind of hang out. He's adorable. And the lady who owns him just does the cutest stuff with him. And she has all of these funny, like he has all these funny traits. So she'll like his neck will like shrivel up a little. So she has like hashtag shrivel neck. Just like really funny. He's kind of like a Chihuahua mix. He's like a little bigger Chihuahua mix. So he's a little bigger than Ripley. And he's like just the stuff she does. She has a little daughter now. So she has videos of the two of them together. Aww. And just the whole thing. They travel a ton. And so it's always like tuna in Paris, or so tuna travels all over. So it's
lucky tuna.
I know.
In
I
your
actually
notes,
think he has a separate travel account too. Because he travels that much. So hopefully he'll be able to pick that back up again. And then I have one more. Baked AF Clee. And I went to, it was like a women's business meetup, and she was there when she was just starting off a few years ago. She does like retro baked goods. They are so good. She'll do like oatmeal cream pies, Pop-Tarts. She'll do like I had the Dunkaroos, so it's like little cookies, and then you get like the icing to dunk them in. So good. So she does a lot of like pop-ups, and then she'll collaborate with like coffee shops and things. So if you follow her, you can see, like where you're able to buy her baked goods. But I'm so impressed by her skills.
I love that name.
It's so funny.
I like anything with the F word in it.
So those are all of mine.
So I have I did a bunch of like knitting and crochet ones, and then I have one like Instagram famous dog that I love. I'll do that one last. So first I have Leigh Knits, and if you're not following her yet, what are you waiting for?
Do it.
Yeah, talking about freaking gorgeous photography. She I guess in a past life, she was a professional photographer for like a major crafting retailer. And she would like set up or like photograph their products, I guess. Summer, if I'm wrong, you please let me know. So she's like a really skilled photographer. And she, I think at the beginning of last year, started designing socks, like knitting sock patterns, and just like her whole like account and business just blew up. And I'm just so excited for her. Because her socks, you guys know I don't like to knit socks, but her socks are so freaking cute. Oh my God. They're so cute, and just like bright colors and fun like patterns and textures. And so if you like socks, go follow Leigh Knits, because she's a sweet baby angel. I love to talk to her too. She's got she's a dog person. She's got 2 dogs, one who is a nice doggy and one who's an asshole. He's like a grumpy old man.
Always got to be one.
Yeah. Then I have Balanced Skein, who is new to me because she just recently started making these reels of things you hear in knitting podcasts. And when I came upon them, I was just like peeing myself laughing because they're so spot on. Like did you watch them? I think I shared them on our
I didn't.
Oh my God. They're so funny because it'll be like, bless her heart, she'll be like, oh, like knitting podcast, be like, oh, can you see and I like literally just did that. Or it'll be like, for my 47th work in progress, check out this or whatever. Like those made me laugh really hard. So go follow her. She's really funny. That's Balanced Skein. And then I have Wander Free and Queer, which their feed is so delightful. It's like their sort of brand pillars are crocheting, dogs, LGBTQ plus like visibility, and RV life. They live full time in an RV in, I believe, Oregon. So like, right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Right. So they support their RVing with, they like both work full-time teaching ESL to kids in China and like over the internet. And then they have like crochet pattern. I don't know if they have patterns yet, but they have like, you can get like cup holder cozies and like like fingerless mittens. I think they just started selling like rainbow crochet face scrubbies, and they have these really cute stickers and all these like really beautiful always pictures of stuff in like nature. They like to hike and stuff too, so their feed's really pretty with like really beautiful photos. So yeah, they crack me up. So they're one of my favorites too right now. And I have Darcy Does It. She's another one whose feed has just like exploded over the past year. Like I think when I started following her last year, she had like 2,000 or 3,000 followers, which is still pretty good. But like now she's up into the 20s and 30s, I think. So nice. Good for her, Darcy. So she does this series of self-portraits called Knitting While Black, because I guess she went to like search Google Images for historic photos or paintings of Black women in the fiber arts, and there were 2. So she's like, that's bullshit, let's fix that. And so she'll like every week she'll find like a photo, I keep saying photo, but I mean paintings, or like an image of like a woman in a painting or whatever, like knitting, and they're always white. And so she's like, she'll dress up and pose and recreate this photo with a Black woman in it. And then the best part is that underneath in the body of the post, she gives like historical context to the painting, and like what's going on at that point in history. So as it relates to like Black culture and Black history. And so you get a history lesson too. So her feed is super cool. Go follow her for those Knitting While Black posts. They're, especially if you like history, they're really interesting. And then I have, this is like a one where pins and fiber arts collide. It's Channy P's Corner. She has a pin club called Queen of Yarn, and they're all like, all her pins are either knitting or crochet or like yarn related. So if you're into pins and you're like, you want fiber related ones, hers are really cool. I think the one for this month is, I forget what it's called. It's something about a margarita, but it's like a retro avocado green blender with a bunch of yarn balls in it. And it's so cute. So that's Channy P's Corner. I really like her pins. And then the last one is Lola Barksdale. She's a dog. She's a Frenchie. And she is so bad. She lives in New York City, and she is basically Beyonce. She sings.
Oh my gosh.
So like her parents will give her carrots, and when she chews, she like makes this like singing noise almost, and they call it carrot karaoke, which I think is hilarious. But she also like, she will just howl randomly for no reason in her beautiful New York City apartment, just this dog screaming, it's really funny to me. So if you like Frenchies and you need some cute dogs for your feed, Lola Barksdale is where it's at, and Tuna apparently. So I noticed as I was going through my feed to like figure out like people I wanted to share, I don't have any book accounts. Like I don't follow any bookstagrammers.
Me either. I do on TikTok, but not on Instagram. I think because when I started, I was so knitting focused. But now I definitely need to.
Yeah. So tell us. Yeah. Tell us your favorite bookstagrammers. I want to know. I want to follow more book accounts. Okay. Next, yarn merch. What do you have?
Yes, I have new colors. It was hard for me to, I'm not showing everything because I want to save some, but, and they're not named yet. So I will have to work on that hopefully this week. So they'll be up on the site. But this one is on Superwash Sock. And so really multiple greens. And then there's some areas of color in there. Trying to find a better little spot to show you. But yeah, there's little bit of like, oh, it was like dark rose kind of, and then some blues in there. So
no, greens are my favorite, right?
Yes.
I love green. Love that. That's cool.
So my brother's working for me part-time now. So he's really taken over a lot of the dyeing while I work and do some other stuff. And he's so good at it. So it's really nice to be able to just be like, I need a green and this. So this was kind of the first weekend where I just, I had YarnCon. So I had a virtual show that I had to prep for and do. So I kind of just was like, go dye all of these while I prep for YarnCon. So that went well. So that was supposed to be an in-person show in Chicago last year, which didn't happen. So this was a replacement for it. And so, then,
when you have your brother dye, do you say, I want this color, use this recipe, and then does he go?
Now we've been doing just one of a kind, just because it's so much fun to just kind of dump colors in there. And he's really good at color mixing. So unless it's a yarn shop who's had my colors before and want like Jamboard and Pennyroyal and make an order, like Around the Table just did a Erie singles order and they know my kind of base colors, so they ordered them. So now I kind of just say, like for this, in the superwash, I think I had like a red, I had some orange. So I was like, I need, something, you can do whatever you want as long as it's, I kind of said like blue or green. So yeah, so he just kind of went for it. Same thing. This is the DK, the MCN DK Merino Cashmere Nylon. So same thing. I had some green in this, so I wanted like one of the multicolor ones. So this is kind of one of the ones where he shakes the color on top, kind of in the powder form, so you can get a lot of color on one. If you do it with liquid, it just kind of blends into like muck. So this still needs a name, but lots, kind of almost a lot of green in this one too. But then you can see lots of other colors in the bottom.
Very like jewel tones.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So I have to look. I've got some kind of names that I haven't used yet, so I'll have to like look through and name these two before the episode goes up. So then I have some other ones. I'm just leaving them out to dry for, so it looks like it's in progress for Friday. So, but I think I'll twist up one or two to get them on the site.
Nice.
Yeah, so those are two of the new colors.
I have some merch updates. So for the Kick-Ass Pin Club, you guys picked the douche canoe pin. So I just ordered those yesterday. And they Wizard Pins sent the like the proof to me this morning, and they have it named doucheboat JPEG or whatever. It made me laugh really hard. Doucheboat. So those will be for the May Pin Club. And right now I still have, you can still get, so I changed the way the Pin Club works. Now, instead of like pre-ordering the May pin, if you sign up in May, you will still get the May pin. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like right now is April. Normally you would have had to sign up in March to get the April pin, but I changed it. So now anytime in April, if you sign up like today, you'll get the April pin, which was the broken record, the little retro record player. And the February pin, the Peace Pomegranate, that is now in my Etsy shop as it's like a little bit of a discount. So if you miss the February pin, or you want to get some for gifts or whatever, those are there. I gave one to my mail carrier because I love them. They always take such good care of all my little packages, and it must be so annoying to like, here's 10 or 15 little pin mail to go out, and they're just such a sweet baby angel and they never complain. So I appreciate that. So I gave them one. I made a big sticker order yesterday, so I'll have new, like in the next couple weeks, I'll have a bunch of new sticker designs. I can't remember if I said this or not in the last episode, but t-shirts are coming. I'm almost done with my t-shirt listing, so there will be those. And you can now get Christine Parker Co. mugs and pins at Free Spirit Fibers in Morgantown, West Virginia. Yeah.
Yay.
I'm trying to get my stuff into more like brick and mortar stores. So I'm working on my wholesale like ordering. So if you have a yarn shop that you think would love some rude, sweary merch, let me know and I will contact them. So yeah, Morgantown, PA, Morgantown, West Virginia. It's like northeast West Virginia by the PA border, I think. Yeah. So that's Free Spirit Fibers. So yay for that. Thanks, Mandy. I want to hear about your socks, Sarah.
Oh my gosh. So speaking of like not being a sock knitter, but first what got me kind of in the mind of doing this is, oh my gosh, I finished my mittens.
So cute.
So I had to do the afterthought thumb. So I had scrap yarn in there. So then you go in and with magic loop, you go in and pick up the top and the bottom, and then you start, you can do like circulars with that. So you start knitting the little thumb, and luckily Instagram saved me because I started doing it and it was pearls around the, it was
oh, weird.
I was doing it pretty much backwards, but like inside out too. So thank you to Macchiato Jen, I think Ryan, Mariah. I just put out a call like, what am I doing? So I was, for magic loop, you should pull out the top needle and knit off the bottom needle. And I was doing it the other way.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So luckily I was only like 3 rows in, so and it's not that many stitches, so I just went back, did it again, and oh my gosh,
nice,
perfect now.
That looks awesome. And does that have mohair in it, or the
yep, it does. So this was actually it's the Surrey alpaca.
Oh, okay.
So it's superwash stock held with Surrey alpaca.
So cozy.
So, and then I did have a hole, kind of a little, just because I'm kind of new, I had like a little hole right there, but where I attached it, I just used that when I was fixed it. So I had fun with magic loop, which led me like, oh hey, I'm gonna buy some Knitterly Things is a dyer, and she does self-striping dyeing, which if you don't know, it is really time consuming and very precise, and there's a lot to it. You make a really long loop instead of like how I dye with like these loops. You need it longer, so you wrap this. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but pretty much you would make this into maybe, I don't even know, 2 or 3 times this size loop. And then when you dye it, you dye like, this would be pink, this would be burgundy, this would be navy. It's really, really time consuming. So then when you knit, you hit each one of these colors as you go around. So not so many people do it just so gorgeously, and it's just nothing I ever got into, and I just admire dyers who do it so much. So Knitterly Things, I think she was at Ann Arbor last year, and look at that.
Cute.
I just am in love. So I did, I asked for vanilla sock patterns and got a lot of them. And Mariah, I knew she would be on to help me. So she, I'll put it in there. It's Vanilla Extract Sock by Riza Knits. I think it's Rizance, but I'll put that in there. But see if I can show you. But I just did my heel.
Did you do an afterthought heeled or did you turn it?
I didn't. No, I want to try that sometime. I did the German short row heel. I did Judy's, oh my gosh, Judy's Magic cast on for the toe, and that really was not bad at all. Just, you just kind of twist them on in a certain way so they kind of stay, and then you start knitting from, not to mess this up. So then you start knitting like from the center. So then, yeah, German short row, which I did on Sunday, and I did fine. And then I got right to the end of the heel, and I was kind of pointed the wrong way. So I'm like, I don't know what I did. I just had to go back across one more time, and then I could start in the round.
Oh, okay.
Ryan helped me with that.
We're so lucky that we have such good friends who will help us troubleshoot.
I'd have to wait like 2 weeks till I saw my aunt or something. So no, it's so nice that there are so many like skilled people out there that can help me. So I did magic loop all the way up here, and then I got a set of the small little teeny baby Chowgoos. So Ryan said he likes to start with magic loop and then switch over to the little tiny guys.
Interesting.
So, I just switched over last night. So now I'm not on magic loop. I'm just on the little guys. So I'm trying to see which I like better. So so I've been shopping for sock yarn.
Yeah.
I don't need to be doing. So, but it's fun. So let me know. I really am into the self-striping. So let me know if there's people you like that are self-striping dyers. I am gonna start. Here it is. I need to knit some of my yarn into socks. So this is Midnight Kiss. So I think this is on the Romney. So with my new needles, I think I'm gonna cast on with this. I got these are on 3s, and I wanted to try on 1s and see which fabric I kind of like better. This isn't real loose, but I think it could be tighter. I don't know if it's gonna wear more because it's a little looser knit. So I'm just gonna have to try.
Oh my God, you're a sock knitter.
Oh my gosh, it is hilarious to me that I was like, nope, never. And yeah, I can see why it's addicting because I want to start like 10 of them right now. Yeah.
Aww, so yay. That's so fun.
It is. That
colorway is really cute.
I think having like the support makes a difference because I know if I run into a problem, I can get help.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how I am next time with these, and if I have second sock syndrome.
Oh, that's my problem. I had to teach. So I've knit 3 pairs of socks ever, but I learned after the first or second pair that I have to do them 2 at a time, or I will not. Yeah, I won't finish that second one. It's like torture.
I think with Midnight Kiss, I'm gonna cast on 2 at a time magic loop. Just
it's real 2 at a time magic loop is really fiddly to get started, but after you're a couple rows in, it's not and there's something to hold on to, then it's not so bad. I wonder
I saw your call for you wanted 1 skein patterns on your stories, but you're like, no socks.
Yeah. I just don't like socks. I don't like things I have to think about. I don't want to count anything. I really like mindless I like mindless
This is
stuff.
mindless
So.
in the middle. This part,
I know, but the toes are so fiddly. And then you have to like, is it going to fit on my foot before I do the heel?
That wasn't bad. That you just went up to the middle of your ankle, like where your ankle bone is. And that's where you started, and that worked perfect.
I started a pair of Summerly Knits shorty socks. One of her, I can't remember which, she's got a set of short like ankle sock patterns. And I started those because I was like, oh, they're short. Maybe like the shorties, it'll be faster and I'll like it. And
still has the hard parts.
I'm not even past the ribbing. Because though, like I was having like arthritis issues last year because of texting too much. My thumbs started to hurt. And something about like using those little tiny needles, it was like aggravating my thumbs. So maybe I'll dig those out and work on them.
Try and join me.
You guys are going to convert me.
I don't think I said, but now that I've done some vanilla socks, I think I want to try something with a little bit of a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But I need recommendations because I went and got one and it was for top. I swear it didn't say that in the notes, but it's for top down. So it was like this pretty eyelet, but it didn't, I don't think it translates the right way. I bet I could probably figure it out to do it. Or even if it looked like a little different, it would be okay. But
I'm pretty sure there's a way to like convert a top down pattern into toe up and vice versa. I don't know how to do it, but
I could just use the RZA pattern and just add the eyelet in there, but I could just see myself thinking I'm gonna like work this all out, but I know that like the math is gonna kill. Like if it's like a certain repeat and it's different for my size foot, I'm just gonna scream. And I don't want to lose my momentum I have right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Careful. If you're not careful, you're gonna end up designing socks.
Oh, geez.
That's how I started, was just like, oh, I want to make this thing and I can't find a pattern for it. Let me just like figure it out. And then I did.
Make it happen.
Yeah. So once you figure it out, the next step is writing everything down.
Boy, cleaning or TV, I found a shawl pattern that I'd started designing like 2.5 years ago. I've got this much of it, so I might need to dig it up.
Cool.
In my free time.
Yeah, and all our endless free time that we have.
All right, what are you working on?
So I actually finished something. It was a personal project. So this is the Hitchhiker.
I love
shawl.
the edge.
Yeah, it was a sock kit by Stitch Together Studio, where you got like a skein for the body of the socks and then the little mini for the heels and toes. And I was like, I hate socks. I'm gonna make a hitchhiker. So I just like stuck it on the end. And then I did a picot bind off to match. Normally this edge is smooth, but I did the picot to sort of match the toothed edge. I love this pattern. It's my.
How many is that?
This I believe is 10. But I started this on April 8th of last year, and I bound off on April 9th of this year. So it took me like 366 days to knit.
For the tiniest shawl.
For a one skein garter stitch shawl.
Listen, you've been busy.
I have. It's fine. I've got so much other stuff going on. So that's why I was asking where I need like one skein little mindless projects, because usually I just have a hitchhiker going all the time, but I was like, I'm going to do something different. Just something.
So what out of the ones that people recommended, what do you like? What do you think you're going to do next for one skein?
There was a really cute garter stitch triangular shawl. I love garter stitch so much. And I didn't write any of these down. I don't remember what it was called. That and people recommended the sock head hat. Which is just like, you just like knit a bunch of ribbing. It's like 2x2 ribbing and then a stockinette slouchy hat. I've made a couple of those. I don't think the sock head is.
That's not that one?
No. The socket? I can't remember. I think
we'll look it up.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the notes.
So, yeah, everybody had a bunch of really good ideas. Now I can't remember any of them. And I cast on none of them. I ended up casting on my own hat. This is the Retro Whirl hat, because the Retro Whirl pattern set is currently in testing. That's, if you guys remember, it's the reverse stockinette with the pinwheel increases on the top. So yeah, the testers are testing on that. So I was like, I want to test my own pattern. So I'm just making another one. This is in Mad Tosh sock, just like a speckled skein that I had in my stash. So for this, for the Retro Whirl set, this week I filmed a couple tutorials that I put on YouTube. One was for how to knit with 3 colors in the round to make like if you're going to do your scrappy, stripy Retro Whirl hat. So there's a tutorial for that. And then there's another tutorial to do the, how to do the weird decrease stitch on the top. Cause it's to get it to make these like ridges that match the ribbing. Yeah. I had to like invent a new decrease. So it's slip, slip, purl 2 together through the back loops. Ooh. And so it's like this like complicated. It's actually not that complicated. You've done slip, slip before. You can handle purl 2 together, and I'm sure you can
do the back loop.
Yeah. So it's just like combining all of those to get the stitches to like align properly once you turn the hat inside out. So there's a tutorial for that. And the pattern, the Retro Whirl set, is going to come out on May 6th. That's a Thursday. And then Sarah and I have been talking about hosting a knit along for this pattern set. So it'll be like mid-May through the middle of June. And I figure we can like cast on together in one of our episodes, and then like show our progress in the episode after that. So that'll be really fun. So start saving your little minis and your scraps if you want to do the multicolor version.
And I'm gonna dye up some more pennyroyal.
Yeah, Sarah's gonna have kits for
We're gonna do a giveaway.
And we're gonna do a giveaway. I'm so excited. I'm so stoked about this pattern. I worked so hard on this one because there's 7 different sizes of the hat.
And you talked about this did you talk about this on our first episode? I think you did.
Maybe, probably. Things take me a really long time.
Oh yeah, and I know it's a ton of work.
Yeah, so I forced myself to learn pattern grading so that I could give you guys, there's through like baby through adult extra large hat. So like 14-inch head circumference all the way through 26-inch head circumference. So if you have a huge brain, I have a hat for you. Yeah, so I worked really hard on this one, and I'm really excited to bring it to you guys. What else was I going to talk about? Worldwide Knit in Public Day is Saturday, June 12th, which is the day after my birthday. Write it down. I think we'll see how much I have on my plate, but I'd really like to put together like an in-person Cleveland knit together for Worldwide Knit in Public Day, just like at one of the metro parks or something. So I'll have more information on that for you guys, for my Cleveland friends. You can hang out and knit in a park.
Yay.
Socially distant. I think that's it for my updates.
Afghan.
Oh, yeah, it's behind me. I got to the
red.
I got to the red stripe. So I'm like halfway done with the red stripe. And then there's 2 more stripes and a border. And then I'll be done.
What's the border color going to be?
I think pink.
I like the pink a lot.
Yeah, do pink.
Okay.
It's been like hot lately in Cleveland. We had like a couple of 85-degree days.
We broke records with
really?
it was like 84, 85 last week.
At this time last year it was snowing. So
and it will probably snow again.
Right.
Not joking.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with Ohio weather, this is it.
Yeah.
Don't know how to dress.
Excuse me. Well, you have to be prepared for everything. Like you can't, if you wear shorts, you have to also bring your winter coat because
I still have my winter coat right like by the door. I have a raincoat because it's been raining a lot. Umbrella, like and then there'll be days you just like, come on. Like, and it's nice that it's warm, but I'll wear, it'll be kind of chilly in the morning. So I'll wear my raincoat and a sweater.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the time I'm walking to my car, it's 75 degrees.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I know spring's coming. I'm going to go to Lakeview Cemetery this week with my friend Jadia to go for a walk because they have so Lakeview Cemetery is like a big famous cemetery in Cleveland. President Garfield is buried there. But they have this section of the cemetery called Daffodil Hill. Have you ever been there?
No. I've never been to Lakeview at all. It's unbelievable.
Oh, oh my God, you should go. If you like to hang out in graveyards. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. I like it. I find it very peaceful. But Lakeview is like really like a park.
Yeah.
That people can be buried in. It's beautiful. There's lots of different like trails and roads that you can walk on, different paths, and they have beautiful landscaping and whatever. But anyway, so Daffodil Hill is, if you can believe it, a hill with daffodils on it. It's supposed to be I guess like it like now it's the time of like mid-April, all the daffodils bloom all over the hill. So I'm gonna go check that out this week. Yeah, go outside. I hope it doesn't rain.
Oh, I have one more thing.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I was doing with socks. I was going to ask people when I was buying yarn, they have them with like you showed on your shawl, just jogged my memory that they have like the little mini to do the toe and the heel. And I'm like, why would I ever do that and add more ends to, sew in and all of this stuff? Well, now I know because you use see how the stripes are like all perfect. Then you go and you just work on the heel. So you go back and forth. So you've got these big chunks on the heel. So then when I came back, I'm thrown off. So that's why you have the contrasting mini. So now I know this. Cool. But if I'm missing any other sock knitting beginner things, please let me know in the comments too, because I don't think when you're wearing, nobody's going to notice.
Oh yeah.
Wearing it, but I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. Before I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So jog my memory. That's why people do.
Okay. Good to know.
Yes.
It's not always just for looks.
I know. I was like, I don't need like a contrasting heel until that bad.
When I was like, hey, I want to knit some socks, the best advice I heard was get a gorgeous skein of yarn that you just absolutely love and make that your sock yarn. Yeah, your first pair of socks. That'll help get you through it.
Yeah.
Shall we chat books?
Yes. I have a few, and I actually have a few. I haven't even, can't even, or I'm going to wait to talk about for next time because I already had a lot. But yeah, I've been like audiobooks. I've just been like killing audiobooks lately.
Nice.
Which is just so fun. So I had talked last time about Body of Stars. This is one of my coworkers, Laura Maylene Walter, and her debut novel. And I just finished it, and I'll put information up when I have all of it. But for the library, I'm going to be interviewing her the evening of April 22nd at 7:30 on Zoom, and we're just going to talk about this book and sci-fi and writing and all sorts of stuff. So I'm excited about that. So I finished this. It's just stunning. About it follows this girl, and in this world, your markings on your body as a girl, predict the future. So it could show what's going to happen to you, what's going to happen to your family. So if you can imagine, it's like really important to people to like, they're almost like objects, because you can see, oh, you're going to be married, and you can kind of, it's not always real clear. So it could be like, you're going to have this type of profession, but we're not sure what you're going to have, or things that could happen to your family. Then when you hit puberty, there's this period where you're in puberty that you are irresistible, and they are drawn to you almost like a drug. And so it kind of terrifying, in a way. I mean, for this world, this is how things are. And this is just that there's a risk that you're going to be abducted by a man when you are going through puberty, because you're so alluring. Like you are just like almost like glowing and radiating, and men have to have you. So just, I mean, it ties in a lot with, I was reading about, London and this woman who was murdered there, and the cops were saying to women in the area, oh, you need to she was out jogging, and the cops were saying, well, you need to stay in the house. And they were like, why don't you do your job and, work on men who are out and being predators? So there's just, there was actually a lot in this that reminded me of Handmaid's Tale, and how women are objects, and just used for men's pleasure. And so there's just a lot to think about with this book, and I'm still thinking about it, and I'm glad I get to talk to Laura about it and find out more of, what went into it. So
that's fascinating.
Oh my gosh. So really just stunning work on her part, and I'm just really proud that I know her.
Cool.
And so I hit your problem, which was I was behind on my 100 books for next time, and I looked at novellas that were good, audiobooks that were quick. So the one I found was so good. I did this, and I did immediately after I did the second book, because it's so fantastic. Every Heart a Doorway. And actually, I don't know how to say her name. Seanan McGuire. Bear, let me know if you know how to say that. Really so interesting. These in this world, children, there's doorways, and certain children get kind of drawn to these doorways that go to different magical worlds. So a little bit like Narnia, except each world kind of speaks to like the interior like wants and needs of that child. So if it's like a little bit of like a darker world, or something that's bright and cheerful, and the beings there are a certain way, whatever it is, it's the place you've always wanted to be, and it's the perfect world for you. The problem is sometimes you get booted back out of it, and you're back here, and it's dull and it's boring, and your parents want to make you into, whatever, they expected you to be when they knew you 2 years ago, before you went through this change, or before you, met these magical beings, and your life, you can't adjust back to real life. So there is a school where they kind of try and help these children, and kind of help them that you're not ever going to find this doorway again. It's a special thing that happens, and you're just have to accept this new reality. So it's all of these, it follows one child who this had happened to, and she thinks she's going back. She has to go back. This is the perfect place for her. And they're trying to like let her down.
That's so sad.
But it's really beautiful. It's really kind of haunting. And so you meet there's like a little core group of kids that you meet, and they explain like how perfect that world was for them. So there's one who was like a scientist, and she was in this world where she was an apprentice, and all she did was science, and it was her dream. And now she's not there. So, anyway, so book one, then I did book two, which is about a set of twins, one of them being the science one and the world they went to. And I think there's 5 or 6. And
wow,
I just and they were 4-hour audiobooks.
Oh,
so it was like,
I think I have that one on my list because I probably came across it when I was looking for novellas.
It is.
Nice.
It's so it was so good. So I appreciate it. So now I am just with those two and Body of Stars. I was caught back up. So I was like, now I can't fall back behind again.
I just checked. I'm 2 books behind. Oh my God.
I was the beginning of the year. I was just like, and I think audiobooks I'm good, but I just fall asleep in like 5 minutes at night. And that's usually my reading time. So
I know, same.
I'm not getting like a chunk in like I used to. And I got one more, Sarah Waters' The Little Stranger. And I know I just did a haunted house, but this is a haunted house and it's spooky. And it's set after World War II. And there's a doctor in this village. And there was the one like prominent family in England. But they there were some tragic things that happened to the family. They lost one of the children. The son who came back from war is disfigured. He has burns on his face and he has a limp. So the doctor starts going out to the house and kind of befriending them, and they're down on their luck now. The state isn't bringing in money. So it's the mom and a daughter and the son who is injured, and the house is shabby. And it's not, he remembers going to, like as a kid, the doctor remembers going, and it was this gorgeous estate and they had tons of money, and it's just really run down now. And of course things start slowly happening. And so things start happening to the son. So they think, oh, it's PTSD. You're just hearing things because of this. And then it just kind of progresses from there. So it was really, really good on audio.
Have you ever read any Sarah Waters before this?
No.
She's fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Her books are great.
Okay, what have you read?
I haven't read that one, but it's been on my list because she's like an author that I just want to read all of them. I've read, I can't remember.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
Yeah. There's like one of the other ones I know that's on my list that I want to read is Tipping the Velvet. And I don't remember what it's about. But yeah, they're just like really like, she's almost like a gothic writer. Like they're real dark and like,
yeah, like Crimson Peak.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and then there's a movie. So I started the movie yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna blank on everyone who's in it. So anyway, there's a movie. But,
okay, cool.
So those are my books.
Nice.
And oh my gosh, I just was
I was excited when I saw you were reading Sarah Waters.
Never read her, so now I know.
Right. I have been reading. So right now the audiobook I'm working through is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and we're reading that together in my on my Discord server in my Discord book club. So that's like it's set at Yale, and there's like it like talks about it's all about the secret societies in Yale, and there's like the author like imagined what if there was a ninth secret society that like sort of kept tabs on all the other secret societies, because the secret societies are actually doing all kinds of magic. So there's this ninth house that like sort of keeps them from like opening portals into the afterlife, and like, you know, who like regulates their behavior so that people don't die and whatever. So if you're into like things like secret societies or necromancy or just like ghosty, they have the ghosts. One of the characters can see ghosts and they call them the Greys, which is so creepy. That's like way creepier than ghosts to me. So like if you need something a little spooky, this is a great book. It's like horror plus fantasy plus murder mystery. Wow. Yeah. So that's really good. I'm working through the audio. And then with my eyes, I'm reading this one. I bought a copy because I just love it so much. It's called Holy Shit. A Brief History of Swearing by Melissa Mohr. And it's just what it says. It's it's a history of swearing. Like the whole first chapter is about like the most offensive words in ancient Rome, which were you will probably not be surprised, the C word. It was spelled differently than
It was the same.
But it was the same. It was the C word. I don't know why I'm having difficulty. I don't want to say. I don't know. I don't want to say it. I'm clutching my pearls today, I guess. And so then they talk about like how swearing used to be like in like medieval England or whatever. It was literally swearing. So like you would swear an oath to God, and that was like a form of like a legally binding contract. So then when you took the Lord's name in vain and were just like, oh, God damn it, or whatever, like that like bastardized the legal status of oath swearing so that those oaths, the legal oaths, weren't as powerful. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. It's kind of confusing. And like, honestly, the religious Bible-y stuff is kind of boring. I want to skip over that, but it's like pretty interesting. And I'm really excited to get into like the stuff about like modern swear words and how do our modern swear words evolve. And like she said in the introduction, she talks about writing the chapter on like racial slurs and how that was like one of the hardest things she ever did in her whole life was writing about those like the really horrible words. Cause those, like, if you think of like the N word, like that's one of our, like, that's so taboo in this society, in our current society. So especially for white people, like you don't say that. So yeah, I'm interested to read about that. The only thing I don't like about this book is that it's strictly English swearing. So there's like a lot of stuff about like medieval Europe and like the Anglo-Saxon whatever. So I'm really interested. And like I get it, because like how are you going to write a book about the history of swearing throughout of all humanity? Like you have to pick. So if I don't know, I would love to read a book about swearing in other cultures too, and like how the different taboo words are different than ours. If it's the same, like our swear words are basically like based on like the biblical stuff, and like bodily functions. There's like two different types. So is that the same in other cultures or different? And then I started last night or the night before, I started reading the 6th book in the Veronica Speedwell series, which you just started. It's called An Unexpected Peril. And that's Veronica Speedwell number 6. It's by Deanna Raybourn. And I'm only like in the first couple chapters, but there's it's about so Veronica is a member of this like ladies scientist club, and then one of the members is murdered, and she's a mountain climber, so an alpinist. So this mountain climbing gal is murdered, and so Veronica and Stoker are like, gonna investigate. So yeah, super fun. I love that series. I think that's all I have for books. I'm scared that I'm 2 books behind. I gotta catch up. Oh my God.
Do that. Every heart is a doorway. See if you
okay.
Like 4 hours.
I can handle 4 hours. I started listening to like Ninth House. I normally listen to audiobooks like at 1.5 speed, but I bumped it up to 1.75.
Oh man.
Make it a little faster.
You told me that trick, and it depends on the narrator. Some are so slow. I can do 1.5. But there was one that was kind of fast, and 1.25 was like fast.
Really?
Or it was fast enough, yeah.
Ryan says he watches everything on 2 double speed, including our podcast. I know. So I would love to hear what we sound like at double speed.
That's crazy. I didn't think about that.
I know. So yeah, I might I don't know. I gotta catch up. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. I'm my brain is fried. I'm going after this. I have to go get an ultrasound on my leg because I have this like weird lump in my thigh, and I'm like what the hell? It's probably nothing. It's probably just like a muscle knot.
Yeah.
But like I need to. I'm like, I would like to make sure it's not some weird tumor or something.
Definitely.
So I'm gonna go. I have to go.
I've had those before, and then it turns out it's just like.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I have to look forward to this afternoon.
Ooh.
All right, guys. So our next episode will be Friday, May 7th. Those are the thriller books episode. We're doing episodes every first and third Fridays. And then if you like our shit, please subscribe. We would love to.
And comment and help me with socks.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Comment and tell us about Instagram.
Yeah. Okay. That's it. Goodbye.
Bye.